The law of cosines. For triangles where we have been given two sides and the angle in between, side, angle, side, or all three sides, we must use the law of cosines to solve the triangle. We'll use this model triangle for our problems. Even though it's not going to be drawn to scale with the given sides or given angles, it will still serve as a guide for us. The law of cosines is actually this first formula set up for side, angle, side. For side, 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 the formula is difficult to work with in this particular form. So it's easier to just go ahead and rearrange it and have two formulas. The first one if you are given side, angle, side, and the second one if you're given side, side, side. So the first formula, the placement of the A and the B and the C, it does not have to stay like that. A just represents the missing side. So it might be A, but it might also be B or C. So this first A is just the missing side. And then where the B and the C are underneath the square root, those represent the given sides. And the capital letter A beside the cosine represents the given angle. So again, the letters might not be in this order, just so the missing side is first and it equals, your given sides are underneath, and your given angle is beside the cosine. Then the side angle side formula, the capital A stands for the missing angle this time. Remember, capital letters are angles, lowercase letters are sides. And the angle and the side with the same letter are always opposite each other on the triangle. So suppose you're missing angle A. Then in the formula, the side A has to go first. If we were missing angle B, side B would have to go first. If we were missing angle C, side C would have to go first. Then the other two sides, it doesn't really matter about the order. Notice at the end, only the last two letters are in that part of the formula. The first letter is not. The A, for example, in this formula, the A is not part of the negative 2BC. So here's how these are used. Some triangles. And the first one we're given that angle B is 32.4 degrees, side A is 10.3, and side C is 6.45. So I've labeled a triangle and filled those things in, and you can see we have two sides and the angle in the middle. So using the side angle side formula, our missing side is side B. So that goes first. And then 10.3 and 6.45 are our given sides. And then you see those again after the negative 2. 32.4 is our given angle. Be very careful entering this into your calculator. Your calculator needs to be in degree mode, and all the parentheses that you see here need to be part of your entry. It all goes in at once, and you need all the parentheses that you see or it's not going to come out right. So once you have it in your calculator, you'll find that B is equal to 5.96. Now I have all three sides. Some people try to jump back to the law of sines at this point and do the B's as one fraction and then maybe the A's as another fraction. It doesn't always work to do that, so that is a risky thing to do. It's much better to just continue on with knowing now you have all three sides, and we'll do that formula from the law of cosines. So all three sides, your missing angle, and I can choose A or C because I'm missing both of those. I just chose A. Your missing angle equals the inverse cosine, double parentheses, and then because I'm missing angle A, side A has to go first. And then the B and the C, it doesn't matter about the order. And then in the last part, we also have the B and the C. Again, just like side angle side, when you're doing side, side, side into your calculator, you need to have all the parentheses that you see here in this formula or it's not going to come out right. When you put all that in, it comes out to be angle A is 112.13 degrees. Then the easiest part of the whole thing is finding that third missing angle. Angle C, you just subtract from 180, and you get 35.47 degrees. Here's the next one. We've been given angle A, 47.3 degrees, side B, 11.7, side C, 6.04. So this time, and we have side angle side, we're missing side A. So that goes out here, and then B and C go underneath. And our our given angle goes beside the cosine. Being very careful of all of our parentheses, put all of that in the calculator, and you find that side A is 8.8. Now I have all three sides, and I'm missing angle B and angle C, so it doesn't matter which one I choose. I've chosen angle B. Because I'm finding angle B, side B has to go first in the formula. And then A and C, it doesn't matter. I put the A first and then the C. And then you see A and C again. Being very careful with all the parentheses into the calculator, and angle B is 102.48 degrees. And then our last angle is angle C, subtracting from 180, and we get angle C is 30.22 degrees. Our next one is different because we are not given any angles at all, but all three sides, A, B, and C. So from the very beginning, we have to use the formula for side, side, side. And since I'm missing all three angles, it doesn't matter which one I pick first. So I chose side A to do, or rather angle A to do first, because I'm finding angle A, side A has to go first. And then I did B and C, all into the calculator, careful about parentheses. Angle A is 67.32 degrees. And I still have angles to find. So I'm still going to use side, 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 and this time find angle B. Because I'm finding angle B, side B has to go first. And then the A and the C are the other two sides. All into the calculator, careful about parentheses. Angle B is 54.59 degrees. And then finally angle C, I subtract the other two angles from 180, and angle C is 58.09 degrees. Besides law of sines, this lesson is also going to cover a way to find the area, or law of cosines rather. This lesson is also going to cover a way to find the area of a triangle when you don't have the information you need for the traditional formula, area equals 1/2 base times height, but instead you have all three sides. So to find the area of a triangle, if you're given all three sides, you use what's called Heron's formula, and it's in two parts. The first part is to calculate the semi-perimeter of the triangle. Perimeter is to add up all the sides, so that's the A plus B plus C. Semi means half, so you cut it in half. So you'll calculate the semi-perimeter first, and then that value will go into the area formula wherever you see the S. So the area, and we're using a K for area to not get confused with angle A, is K equals square root, and then you can see the rest of it. It doesn't really even use trigonometry. So let's do this example. We have all three sides. The first thing to calculate is the semi-perimeter. So I add up all three sides and divide by 2. That comes out to be 109. So then into the area formula, I have, there's a parentheses, and then I have the 109 for S, parentheses, 109 minus A times 109 minus B times 109 minus C. Close that parentheses and close the square root parentheses. And that comes out to be 828.67.